everybody, welcome to the Healing Academy with Connie Rose. This week I have your weekly collective spirit guided message, and I have sat here, I'm just smudging the space to bring the beautiful energy in. This week I've sat and I've meditated on the cards that I'm going to bring to you today to channel spirit and bring your message to you. And the cards that I'm using this week is the Angel of Abundance cards, and they are by Doreen Virtue and Grant Virtue. And a lot of you no doubt know Doreen Virtue because she does a lot of angelic work. So when I use these cards, magical things take place. Now, this is a general reading, so if something resonates with you, take it. If anything doesn't resonate with you, doesn't make sense, just let it go. And if you feel you want a one-on-one more targeted reading, then feel free to go to my website, which is www.thehealingacademy.com.au, and reach out and we can organise that. Now, I've meditated on your cards because I sat down before to do the reading and felt that I didn't have a collective message, so to speak. So I had to connect with my angels and see what is needed for this week, for the collective starting Sunday, the 13th of February 2022. And the strong message I got for everybody is, who is squashing our dreams at the moment? It's a real energetic time for everybody to step into what we're here for, to really step into our purpose. And really big ideas are coming to us. And if you find that find yourself getting these ideas and sitting with them going, yeah, that's fantastic, I could really do that. But then you get this doubt coming in and this self-sabotage letting you know that, maybe it's not for you, or why you're not good enough, and all these type of self-sabotage stories. But I really feel there's somebody in your life that you're allowing to trip you up every time you get back onto your purpose. Now, we all have that someone that, says they want the best for us, but finds it a little triggering perhaps, or threatening when we're doing something that they're not. And that's when we really get into our purpose and we're on track. So the message that I'm really receiving this week for us is to, let those type of influences not affect us like they matter. Okay, because the only thing that matters is what we think of ourselves. And if we're in a space where we're letting other people's doubts come in, it's going to be quite hard for us to really step into the next thing that's for us. Now, here's the thing. We all have a future, and it's up to us to create that. Okay, we can sit back and just go for the ride, or we can get into the creation mode. Now, the first card that came out, and I was shuffling and it actually flew out at me, is this one. And if you have a nice look at it, it says, it is safe for you to receive. Now, it's really hard sometimes for us to actually take on compliments or take on advice or other people's opinions. And this week, I really want us all to listen to what other people are trying to give us and take a little bit of it. Take it with a grain of salt, perhaps, but get the message straight. And a really good thing that I found in my time is to say to someone, okay, so help me understand what you're saying. Is it blah, blah, blah? Because a lot of the time the miscommunication is there and we take it wrong and we get defensive and we go into old patterns, and we find it sometimes really tricky to take on some people's advice. And you know what? People do want the best for us. But sometimes they're just not really great at showing it. So we find it as an attack, or we find it as them trying to bring us down, or that, they're threatened, and it comes across like that, but it may not necessarily be the case. So really understand what they're trying to say, and I like to repeat it back to them so they can hear what just came out of their mouth, or so they can understand what I've just taken on board. For example, if someone says to you, it's really good how you did that, but, this way looks better, or when you wear that red dress, it looks better on you. And you're like, hang on a minute, are you saying I'm fat? You jump to conclusions, and that's not at all what they're saying. They just prefer the red dress, right? Silly example, but you're getting the point, I know. So this card says, the more you allow yourself to receive, the more resources you have available to share with others. So when we take on those words of advice, wisdom, or people's opinions, and we dissect them and make sense of them, it helps us grow. And then when we get into that space, then we can help others grow. So it's a real beautiful learning journey, and it helps us along our way. And it says, open your arms to receive and be a conduit for good coming to you and through you as it blesses the world. And I love how it says world, because this is a collective message. So we're all going through these shifts and transitions into becoming our true selves. So really take on board what other people are saying to you. Don't get defensive and protective all the time and getting that guard up, because it's really time that you step into that purpose and what you're really here for, okay? So that's the first message I want to get across. Now, also this week we've got Valentine's Day, and I don't know if any of you take that on board. If you're in a relationship and Valentine's means something to you, I really do take the Spirit's message that, it's really nice to receive. It's nice to give, but I really want you to receive and allow love in this week. If you're not in a relationship and Valentine's means something to you, then I want you to do something special for yourself. And I'm okay. I'm being told to pull a card for this one. So what does that mean? Right. Okay, so this card is all about let go of guilt. So there's got to be, this must mean something for some of you out there, because there's a place in you that, nobody wants me. It's another Valentine's Day. Everybody's got love and I don't. And there's this guilty aspect that you're putting yourself through, like you'd just be a burden on other people, that type of thing. And the card says, when you allow your light to shine brightly, you inspire others. Forgive yourself for what you think you've done or not done. So you might be at a point now where relationships are too hard. I don't want a person. I'm good enough by myself. And, that may be very true and very right for you. But also know that when you allow yourself to be happy with just who you are, you're going to attract people into your life if you want that. You don't need a relationship. It doesn't define us, okay? And I know at the start I was all about getting people's advice and opinions, but that doesn't make us who we are. It's what we truly believe. So take on board what people are saying and allow yourself to dissect it to see what it means for you. Trust that God loves you unconditionally for who you are. And if God's not who you look up to, it may be your angels, the universe, or whatever that may be. Learn and grow from your past mistakes instead of berating yourself for them. Wow. So the real big message I'm getting for the collective this week is really giving ourselves a hard time and feeling that we're a little bit stuck. And I know that we need to really start thinking about ourselves and what we're thinking about ourselves, because we are worthy of love. We are worthy of getting back on track. We are worthy of relationships. We are lovable beings. So really step into who you are this week. See how it feels. Dip your toe in, because we're all moving forward very quickly energetically, and it's time that you really let yourself take that next leap, because at the moment there's really big new ideas for people. There's new business ideas, there's new relationship ideas, there's new ideas about ourselves, our dreams and aspirations. And I want you to really start feeling like that's where you're headed, because you are, but it's up to you how quickly or slowly this takes. It doesn't have to take lifetimes to get to something where you're satisfied and actually happy. Okay, I'm just going to pull another card and see where we're at now. Okay, and this is just a final card to get through the week. So, yeah, be careful what you're taking on board. So if somebody's saying something to you, it's not necessarily what you're hearing. Make sure you understand what that is. And finally, we've got the savings card. So there's finances that are stopping people. It's like, well, I don't have the money, so I can't do it type of thing. And so this says, as you consistently save for your future, and that's another real big message that's coming through. There is the future. So some of you may be stuck thinking, you know, this is it. But know that the message that I keep getting in this reading this week is that there is a future. So keep stepping into it, okay? Do your future self a big favor as you consistently set aside present funds. So know that when I'm looking at this card, I see different things every time for different readings. And in this, there's this little beautiful angel, cherub, just picking beautiful little flowers. And I can see that he's just taking a little bit here and there. There's plenty on the tree, but you know, this little cherub's not taking too much, just taking what they need. Okay, so don't be overindulgent this week. Just be very mindful of the finances, but don't make that your excuse that you can't be who you want to be or go where you want to go. Because let's just pretend finances aren't an issue for a moment. Step into what you actually want and feel that you already have it, and you will find that the finances will show up. And it may not be what you want, but it will always be what you need. And remember, whatever's meant for you will never pass you by. So keep stepping into this week and know whatever, you know, if Valentine's Day is something for you, make it something. If it's not, it's just another day. It doesn't matter. Okay, so keep going through this week beautifully, hearing what people have to say, but double check what they mean by it so you don't go into old stories and replay it. All right, make it what you want it to be, because you can, right? So hopefully in that message you got what you needed out of that for this week ahead, and know that you've got a lot of angelic presence this week, because we're all moving forward together as a collective. Keep stepping forward. You've got a future. You do. And it's up to you what you create with that. Now, if I could leave that message with you for this week, please tune in again. And I'll see you again next week. And if you want to drop me a line, pop in the comments what you got out of this. I'd love to hear. Like, subscribe, share, do all those things. Take care. Be kind to others, but mainly be kind to yourself. Love and light. See you soon. Mwah. Bye for now.